Hey, good morning, everyone. It's around 8:30 or so on Friday morning. Just finished a delicious breakfast of pho noodles. This little hole in the wall that I found not far from the hotel. And it's kind of funny. I walk in, it's a really small little lunch counter kind of place, and there's no English anywhere. And I was like, looks pretty legit though. And so I walk in, just sat down, figured, either I'll figure it out or I'll just leave. And so I hang out there for a minute or two, and this guy comes up to me. He's like, what would you like? I chuckled. I was like, I'll have whatever they're having, because everyone's having like the same thing. And he's like, do you want the pork or the beef? And I asked if I could have both, and he said no. So I said, well, I'll take the pork then. Pork has more flavor. And it was delicious and spicy. So got my sinuses cleared up, breathing better. And it's a gorgeous day here. It's warm. It's like it got up to like 90 something yesterday, but this time of year there's no humidity and it's actually quite pleasant. Just a really kind of a sunny, beautiful day. Yesterday I had a great day. Got to the hotel really early. My room wasn't ready, so I just showered in the gym and got cleaned up and threw my bags off. Went out to explore, just walked around the hotel for a bit, and this neighborhood that you can see here. And then explored a few places. I went to some like landmarks in this part of town, which is called District 1. Went to the Vietnam Memorial, which was pretty interesting actually. And some of the landmark buildings from back in the French colonial days, like the post office, and there's one or two other ones I forget. And just super interesting place to walk around, obviously. I'd done a bit of research and found a few of the places that Anthony Bourdain had eaten in Vietnam. And one of the places called the Lunch Lady, whatever place. And so I went to check that out. It was pretty good. Just the soup of the day. You just show up and there's no menu or anything, just how many bowls you want. And it was quite delicious. Ended up sitting next to this guy from Belgium, had a good chat with him, which was fun. And then last night did this food tour, which was super fun actually. I had tried to reserve it before I got here, but it was all booked. And so they actually messaged me in the middle of the day and said, we got a cancellation. Do you want to go? And I'm like, yeah, sure. The Belgian guy had invited me to dinner, join him for dinner. But the food tour seemed way more interesting. The Belgian guy, he talked really softly anyway, and I could hardly hear him, so it was going to be, it's just a tough conversation. So anyway, went out on the food tour, which was super cool. Went to like 6 places, including a couple of markets. Visited 5 different districts here in Saigon. And it's geared towards English-speaking tourists. So it was super fun. They teach you like Vietnamese phrases, and we went to these restaurants that obviously you'd never find if you were just a tourist. So we tried like barbecue, we tried crab soup, some seafood. We went to one other place. Anyway, that was super fun. And the unique thing about it, which was kind of funny, is it's on these scooters you can see everywhere. So in Ho Chi Minh City, there's 9 million people and 6 million scooters. And you can see everybody, that's how everybody gets around. And it's like, when I first got here, it was kind of staggering. I'm just like, how does this even work? But it does. So I'm riding on the back of this scooter with this woman who's driving it. And it's the first time I'd ever ridden on the back of a motorcycle. Certainly the first time being driven by a 70-pound Vietnamese woman, but she was an amazing driver and felt very safe. The streets here, they only go like 20, 30 kilometers an hour. So even though it's like total chaos, it didn't really feel that dangerous or sketchy. Yeah, so anyway, having a great visit. I think it's one of my favorite places already. I just think like it's just got such a great vibe. Everyone is so incredibly friendly. The food is amazing everywhere. And yeah, the trip's off to a great start. So I'm gonna go back and to the hotel, clean up a bit, pack up my stuff, and then head to the airport. I got a couple-hour flight to Hanoi this afternoon. and then I'll pick up my bike and get all my gear sorted and start the tour. The weather in Hanoi is completely different than here. It's only about 10 degrees Celsius, like 70 degrees there, which is going to be a nice change actually. So it's going to be very pleasant weather for riding a motorcycle, and I'm just super excited to get that started. Fun fact here, there are actually crosswalks. You can't see anywhere I am now because this is a busy street, but on all the streets you see this kind of traffic, there will be crosswalks, and you walk up to them, and at first, like, it's kind of annoying because nobody stops, and you're like, so what's the point? But they were telling me last night that you don't expect traffic to stop, and you don't try and Frogger your way across the road, like darting in between cars and stuff. You just walk slowly, and then if you walk slowly, everybody kind of tracks your trajectory and steers around you. If you stop or move too quickly, then you'll get hit because they're not expecting you to be in the place where you ended up. So there's a trick to it. I tried it this morning and it did work, although it does take a little bit of nerve the first time you try it. So anyway, just a helpful tip next time you guys are in Saigon. All right, well, listen, I will check you later. Have a good day.